Podtacular Episode 8, September 8th, 2005. Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Podtacular,
the unofficial Halo 2 podcast.
Helping you level up and stay there. And we have a very special guest in the Podtacular studios today.
Very special.
We'd like to welcome
virtual studio.
virtualstudio.com, Podtacular. So we'd like to welcome Major Nelson to the show today.
Gentlemen, how are you? How you guys doing? I need help leveling up. Can you help me?
We can.
That's what we're here for.
That's what I got to tell you guys. I was telling a little bit off the air. This is actually my very first co-hosting position that I've done, and I'm thrilled that you guys invited me onto your show. I'm a big fan of your show and what you guys are doing over here.
Big fan of
I've got
your
my
show.
own. I got my own show over at MajorNelson.com and my own thing going on, but I'm so thrilled to be over here and just let's kick back with you guys for a little while and talk about Halo. Plus, I don't have to edit this show together, so woo, let's go.
Awesome. Well, Major, can you tell everybody a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you want?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is, my gamer tag is Major Nelson on Xbox Live. My real name is Larry Herb. I am my official title, as it says on my business cards, is the Director of Programming for Xbox Live. So what that means is I'm actually sitting here in Xbox land over at Microsoft in Redmond, Washington, and my job is to really communicate with a lot of the users like yourself and the fans and the members of Xbox Live, and bring that knowledge and passion and the concerns and whatnot back to the product group. And conversely, I talk to the product group and kind of communicate back down to the users, because we have a really fanatical user base and fan base. So I actually think I have one of the cooler jobs in the world, because I get to do a lot of different things. I've got fingerprints all over the website, and I do a lot of different special programming and promotions and whatnot. So basically I get to, contrary to popular belief, I don't sit around and play games all day, although a lot of people won't believe that. But, gaming is only one part of it. The other part is, what is the community, and how do I build the community to make the Xbox Live community one of the best damn gaming communities and online gaming communities on the internet and in the world. So there you have it.
Heck yes.
Outstanding. So, wow, that's great. And when you say Director of Programming, you don't mean programming as in typing out code and such, right?
Right. That's what a lot of people think, is that when I say I'm the Director of Programming, they're like, oh, what code have you written? No, programming, like if you think of programming like the programming on television or the programming in a radio station. So it's events. For instance, I do the mystery game, or I do a bunch of different events like that. So it's programming in the thinking of cool content kind of sense, not the sitting in a corner and writing code. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with sitting at your computer for 14 hours a day, like editing podcasts and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. So that kind of sums it up what I do.
Awesome. Outstanding. Well, we really appreciate you having you here and telling you guys.
We'll be fine. Let's have some fun.
I have a rumor I need to. I heard that you're a modder. Is this true? I heard that, Major Nelson totally modded to get his level.
You know what? That's absolutely incorrect. If you look at my level in Halo 2, I think I'm a 23 in Big Team. I actually earned that for a while there. Like most of the summer, we were playing every night for a long time. But I earned every single thing, every single level I have, and conversely, I think I was up to level 25, so now I'm back down to 23. What's funny is I play in the evenings with a lot of the guys from the Xbox team and a lot of people on my friends list, and it's so funny when I've got everybody on the team, literally the head of operations, the head of Xbox Live, the head of our billing department, the head of our test team, and they're all in the room, we're playing together, and then, when we win, we get out to the lobby, and the guys are, oh, you modded, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I mean, why can't you accept it that there may be somebody better than you at this game? So it's absolutely incorrect. I earned every damn level I have.
We're glad to hear that. We're sick and tired of those modders.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are too.
I can imagine.
How do you guys deal with it? Is there someone that's in charge of banning people?
Sure. Well, it's all based on, there's a couple things, a couple data points. I can't really speak on the Bungie side of it because we provide Xbox Live service as a partner with them, in terms of they utilize our service and they, as a way for people to play Halo 2 online. So they've got their whole mechanisms for doing banning out of matchmaking. And then, so that's kind of what we call a mid-level ban. And then there's the higher level ban, in other words, where you can be banned off the entire service where, you may not be able to play Halo 2 or Rainbow Six or any of the titles that are enabled on Xbox Live. So we're kind of at the service level. So if you think of it like, whereas Halo 2 is kind of like the county and we're the state or the government, if you look at that type of hierarchy, we're the FBI or the CIA when we come knocking on your door and ban your ass. So that's but really to be honest with you, it's all done on feedback. So all the feedback that people submit in the game across various games, we use that, and there's a whole algorithm and a team of people that look at that and decide who's going to get banned and for how long and so forth.
Wow.
Outstanding. So if someone mods against you, the best way to counter is to send negative feedback, right, about mods?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what I do. And I've had people mod, before the last auto update, people were modding me all the time. Not me personally, but just because it was running a little bit rampant. So it's exactly what I did is I sent in negative feedback. Okay.
Also heard about a email that we should be sending things to. Should we do both? Should we do one or the other? Is one more?
So basically the email, which is I think it's Halo 2, I don't even, H2 cheats at Microsoft.com, which is basically if you see people that are cheating and the Bungie team kind of looks at that, and then if you're playing the game and you see some modding, you should send the feedback. So to answer your question, yeah, you should definitely do both.
Excellent. Okay. Real cool. Now, so how does Xbox Live interact with Bungie as far as dealing with the day-to-day multiplayer stuff?
So it's really, the way we've designed Xbox Live is it's an amazing service that scales. I mean, we've got over 2 million people on the service right now that are signed up, so it is growing every day. So we really look at them as a partner, much like we look at Ubisoft, who is a major partner, or Electronic Arts is another major partner of Xbox Live. They're another partner. They're a very important partner. They've got a very popular game. So really, we work very closely with them in terms of our operations team talks to them and says, okay, well, you guys want to change the playlists, and they talk about how they're going to do that. So people think, oh, you could just go in and flip a bit. It's really easy. Well, no, it's not when you're dealing with servers that are around the world and millions, hundreds of thousands of people playing your game and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of care and caution that has to take place when you're rolling out changes. So we work very closely on a day-to-day basis with them, depending upon whether it's changing the playlist or doing the downloadable content. So it depends what the subject is, but we absolutely work very closely with them.
Great. Okay. I guess another question I had is kind of moving towards the Xbox 360, which I know SpelChek, or at least I'm really pumped about. I can't wait till that comes out.
Is SpelChek not? Is he not pumped? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know. I'm just saying I can't speak for other people.
I don't know. That PS3 is looking pretty nice.
That's the PS3. I'm sure is going to be a nice little gaming machine that's going to be able to cook your hamburgers and cost $1,000. So we'll see.
Definitely. And you can throw the controller as a boomerang and come right back to you. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, exactly. But So anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. So you're excited about the Xbox 360. SpelChek's not.
Apparently.
That Revolution's looking pretty dumb too. So.
I love how you can drop the disc in there and it doesn't even eject. It's really cool.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, good feature. But
good feature for
anyway.
the console.
So Xbox 360. A couple of things that strike me as awesome. Listen to your podcast about it. Just the way that you guys put so much care into the whole way that Xbox Live is going to work with the Xbox 360. The gamer zones, the gamer cards, the reputation, all those different things that really help everybody to get in the right gaming experience that they want to be in. And I just think it's fantastic. And I guess my question related to that is how does that tie in to our experience, and how does it, for those that don't know, how does it enhance the way the experience is now?
So the key to remember is that all of these nifty new things that we're building, the gamer card and the profile and the gamer zone and so on and so forth, as you just mentioned, all of those elements are going to be available for Xbox 360 games moving forward. So there's nothing that they can add to the existing games for many, many reasons. You will have an enhanced experience in terms of what you'll be able to do in some of the backwards compatible games. We really haven't talked that much about it, and I can't really say much more about it. Mm-hmm. But the key to remember is that all these cool things you'll have in the Xbox 360 games moving forward. And what we did is we looked really long and hard at what are some of the issues on Xbox Live and how can we make them better. And that's really what we focused on, and we've been working for a couple of years on that. I mean, I can remember some of the very first meetings on how do we make matchmaking better. And so now we're doing that. It's going to be much, much better. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely. And I'm pumped about those changes because, I mean, being able to basically all the problems we deal with jerks and matchmaking and stuff now, those would be so much minimized by being able to get into the right zone and deal with people with the right reputation and all that stuff. Right. I'm just very excited about that.
Yeah, and we not only that, but and we're totally aware because we know that the gamers as a whole, generally speaking, tend to be a very snaky bunch in terms of they're going to try to manipulate the system, and we've actually built the entire system to be able to be changed accordingly, so that if people start doing one thing that is kind of giving wrong results, we're going to be able to tweak things on our back end. So there's a lot of the entire system was built to be flexible.
Fantastic.
I got one more question too.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I heard rumors that it's going to take you're going to pay a service fee to get your Xbox Live account for the 360. Now, would it be better for me to go out and buy a 3-month as opposed to getting a 12-month and having to convert it later?
So I'm sorry. So your question is there a service fee to convert your account?
Yeah, over to the.
Well, that's a good one. I hadn't heard that one before.
Yeah.
No, if you sign up for an account today, a 12-month account today, you will instantly become what we're calling the gold level of service. And there's the gold and the silver level of service. And I don't know if you guys mentioned this, but we're taping this, we're recording this today on the 8th of September, and we actually announced some prices today in the new Xbox Live pricing scheme and what that's available. So you can go up to xbox.com and take a look at that. I have a link on my blog at majornelson.com, which it's the latest post. But the key to remember is that there's no service fee. Is that you got an Xbox 360, it's going to cost you $2 to convert. No, that's not the case at all. Absolutely not. In fact, so if you buy an account today, when you get your Xbox 360 this holiday season, you will be able to seamlessly transfer your account over at no cost.
Sweet.
Outstanding. And one question that I assume it's clear now, but I just want to make absolutely sure: will Halo 2 work on the Xbox 360?
Well, we haven't announced details on that yet, and we'll be probably announcing some backwards compatibility details hopefully sometime soon. But I will say that I think I mentioned this probably about a few months ago. Is that yes, I've played it and yes, it works. So that's all I can say.
Excellent. I've heard you and others mention that it's high priority to get some of the top games working on Xbox 360 and get that backwards compatibility working. And we appreciate all the efforts you guys are putting out towards that. So. Yeah,
I mean it's an amazing. Some of the work they're doing. I mean, sometimes I think I mentioned this earlier off the air. Is I've got an Xbox 360 right here in my office. I'm playing with the controller right now. When I think of what happens, the code that these guys have written to make this thing sing, it is amazing. And I haven't even played many games on it yet. I mean, this thing is an amazing combination of software and services and hardware. So we're really, really excited about it. And I think you guys are just gonna love it when you get it in your hands.
I was crying with joy when I saw the MTV special. I was like, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, so you saw the MTV special, which frankly really wasn't targeted at you. That was more of a broad audience. Then we have this other thing that came out, the My Colony video.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Which was really amazing. And you know what? It's Jay Allard, who's down the hall for me. Jay wanted to have a single vision for this box, to almost make it look like it was designed from the ground up, the software, hardware, and services by one person. And I think we're close to achieving that. If you look at it this way, people get really frightened when they think of, I'm going to have an Xbox 360, but I won't have the online experience because I live in, say, I don't know, Oklahoma, and I may not have broadband.
Hey,
SpelChek.
So what happens if I don't have broadband? Well, you know what? The Xbox 360 kicks ass without broadband. It is a solid gaming machine. I look at it this way. The iPod, great device. But when you hook it into iTunes, it becomes an even cooler device. Same thing with the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 Demonstrate is a great device by itself, but when you hook it into Xbox Live, it becomes even cooler.
Outstanding. I understand you can hook up your PSP to that as well, right?
Yeah, well, you can plug a host of external devices to it. We hook an iPod to it, a PSP, and we can stream pictures and photos and music off of that. So yeah, it works.
Take that, Apple! Ha!
So yeah, we're pretty excited about it. I mean, this thing it really does some really cool stuff. But I feel like I'm talking about the 360 the whole time here. We're not talking too much about Halo.
This is true. We got to jump into some Halo information here.
Have to jump into some clan news.
Got some clan news? Go ahead.
Okay. Here's the deal. A lot of people have been saying, "Hey, send me a clan request." Chances are you probably already got it. You just haven't checked yet. So, if you're already in a clan, you're probably going to need to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it shows your pending invites, or at the top. Mine are usually at the bottom. And
yours are at the bottom. Mine are usually at the top.
Really?
Yeah, that's peculiar.
I think mine are at the top too. Maybe he has the new update.
Actually, yeah, maybe. Yeah,
the one we don't have, update number 55.
Yeah. AU 70.
Yeah, that one. Anyway. So like you probably already got one. I sent out like 35 one night, so accept them because soon I'm gonna just take them all off so we can make room for more people. For real. Another thing about the clans is that we have updated membership requirements, guys. We mentioned before that your top level has to be a 15 or above to get into one of the Podtacular clans. We have 4 of them now. And the thing is that when you go into the clan area, next to your name, the number that shows there is your highest level of between Big Team Battle and Team Skirmish. So if you're like a 3 in Team Skirmish and a 1 in Big Team Battle because you never play it, then people are going to think you're level 3 altogether, and they're going to kick you from the clan. So level up, because you got to be level 15 or above to be in the clan, and without having to, deal with more changes on that, we're kind of sticking with this, because when you do play minor or major clan matches, which is kind of the point of being in a clan in the first place, you'll run into team skirmish games and big team battle type games. So, hey, find some good people that are good at those game types and level up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What else we got here?
Sarge requests.
Dude, everybody wants to hear the Sarge.
Okay, here's the deal, alright? I don't mind doing them, but I need to have some time to build up my stuff again, so I'm saying this is like, at next show, I'll do them. After that, I need some time to work on it. So, hold on, I got a couple. Hold on, let me open up Gmail real fast.
Have you heard these, Major?
I indeed I have, and I'm a little you're not going to do one now, but that's okay. I totally get it, dude.
I'll do one today. I'll do one today.
Okay, we'll just sit here and kind of twiddle our
I can't exactly find it right now, and now it's like missing in action.
You know what? If maybe it'll pop up as as
picks you up, and he says, "Don't worry."
That was quality, man.
It was quality? And picks you up, Arch comes
along here. So you can we'll
twiddle our
I can't exactly find it right now, and now it's like missing in action.
Well, you know what? If maybe it'll pop up as as the show's moving along here. So we'll just put that one on the shelf, and maybe when you're feeling it, you can bring it on.
Good call.
Got it. I got it. Okay, it's from the tutorial part where Sarge comes and picks you up, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll hold his hand." Then that's it. And I feel ashamed.
That was quality, man.
It was quality?
You're right. I don't think you're ready.
I was trying to make him feel better. Come on.
Someday.
He hates me now.
Ruin all my tries there.
Oh, well.
Well,
and everyone loves the whole, please don't shake the light bulb. I get that one, like, every day. So, if you haven't heard it yet, there it is. So stop asking for it.
Yeah, in a nice way, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to hear Sarge requests, please listen to Sarge requests that have been already done.
Please.
Just a request. A couple other things we have the new playlists are here. Just came out, I believe, this past Wednesday.
And it takes forever to get into multi-team?
Yeah, for now. And I was, I don't know, I played a little bit of multi-team, and what did you guys think of that so far?
Awesome.
I enjoyed it. You know, it reminds me of some of the LAN parties that we have around here. I just had a great time with it.
Cool. I guess I kind of had a rough time because I lost.
Well, that'll certainly impact your experience.
That'll kind of mess things up sometimes. But
I thought the best part was like I was playing at Terminal with and the whole fact that it was unranked, so I could have a guest with me. Totally made me really happy. So really happy about that. I really liked that. That was a fun time.
Way cool. Awesome. It's so cool that they now have the new maps integrated into the current game types as well too. So finally, no more preview game types, and you can just jump right in and have all the maps in there.
It's podtastic.
It's maptacular.
No. I'm sorry. It's blogcast-tastic.
Aw, yeah.
Here we go with the blogcast again.
You're making fun of me. Is that what are you making fun of me with that blogcast? Is that what this is all about? I see.
Don't say the P word.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's all good. All right. Well, what do we have next?
Let's see. I got me some errors from last show.
We don't make errors.
Well, according to the 27 emails I've gotten, apparently we did.
There are mispronunciations.
When we said Banshee, we meant Ghost. So, if you can find the gas tank on the Banshee, let us know so we can prove them wrong. All right?
Right.
I don't think there is one.
Keep looking. Zoom in with the sniper. Find one. We're not wrong. Promise.
Can I share with you my most amazing Banshee experience?
Share.
Totally.
Okay.
So I'm a big Banshee fan, and everyone on my team knows it. So I get into that thing, and we were playing Blood Gulch one night, and one of our operations guys here is a Wraith maniac, and this guy is just unstoppable in the Wraith. He actually used to be in the army and drive tanks, so he's got it in him. Anyway, we were playing, and I was getting jacked. And I swear to God, Rednex, who's the gamertag of the guy that was driving the Wraith, blew this guy off my Banshee wing with the Wraith. It was, nice. and I was alive and he killed him. It was the most spectacular thing I have ever seen. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was, to this day we still talk about that one, so that's my Banshee story.
Awesome story.
Wow.
Sorry about
cool.
that. I'll let you guys get back on track.
No. Yeah, this is a team effort.
That's a good story. I have a good story, too.
Yeah.
It's a modern story. So gather round, children.
We calling children, boy.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, my little brother. I don't know. Anyways, here's the story. So one day, me and my brothers were playing a good old session of Team Slayer on Warlock before the Banhammer, and we all noticed that all four of the other guys suck. So after we get 12 kills to their 1, which was actually a suicide with a sticky, they started to mod. About 2 minutes into the game, we noticed all four of them have ghosts. Huh.
Hey now.
This may sound stupid, but ghosts absolutely own on Warlock. So once I got about 10 kills, we got understability, and so when things were starting to look a little bleak, the most unthinkable thing happened. The blue screen appeared, you know, the Halo 2 equivalent of the blue screen of death, you know. And never in my life have I been glad to see it say re-establishing connection. We came back a few minutes later and noticed that 2 of their people were gone, and so now we took the 2 now empty ghosts and chased them around for a bit.
That's the way to turn the tides on them.
There you go.
As you might have guessed, now that we were even with them, completely destroyed them half a minute later, we had boarded or killed our drivers and taken the ghosts for ourselves. 30 seconds more had passed, and then the blue screen returned. Thinking we were screwed once more, we came back to find the other 2 modders had left. and had actually been sitting at the blue screen all that time. And now
Nice.
we're going to have to face our wrath. My favorite moment was, dude, I can't spawn any more ghosts. It says the map is full. We won the game 50-13. I just thought you should know because that's how we did to bring things back in Nom. And that's from Sean Hendrickson. So thank you, Sean. That's a good story. I like when they beat the modders.
Definitely. Definitely. Go Underdogs. Couple more news things real quick, and we'll jump into some gameplay tips. Let's see here. Also have that Podtacular TV is in the house, and they're still rocking. They had a couple of glitches on some things, but they're going to be recording again real soon here, and they are looking for talent, guys. There's going to be a machinima group that's going to be recording films and stuff from Halo 2. They're looking for people that, with some decent voice talent that are accountable and dependable. If you want to join in and want to be in the movies there, just email them at podtaculartv@gmail.com. And in particular, they need some female voices, so ladies are out there. I don't know, man. This,
And I got one more thing of news. There's a show called the Distorted View Daily. That's it. Yeah. Anyways, he mentioned us on his show, so I wanted to say thanks, because I don't know, someone left the voicemail and they're like, "Hey man, I like your show. Hey, there's another show. It's called Podtacular. It's pretty cool." And then they hung up. It's like, "Hey, this is kind of weird because I've actually heard of Podtacular. It's about Halo 2. It's pretty nice. It's on the iTunes front page. You can go check it out." He actually plugged our show. I'm like, sweet.
That's kind of funny.
So, yeah.
Cool. I've got another one here. Is that Scotty Sewell, who is our overall clan representative, kind of internal Podtacular clan rep. He is starting a Podtacular tournament to begin on Friday the 23rd. Since we have 4 clans, we're going to kind of do inter-clan kind of thing. We need some people to represent their clan, guys, especially Podtacular 1, of course, because we rule. So go to the forums and get signed up over there. You can get to them by going to podtacular.com, clicking the forums on the right side, and Podtacular 1 is going to win, by the way.
No.
I gave you a chance to respond earlier, and you didn't chime in.
Yeah, you're still going to lose. Actually, I think we're all going to get beat down by Podtacular 4.
Yeah, man, they're shaping up pretty good.
Think you'll find this interesting. Apparently, there's a new kind of cheating out now, as I got in the emails here while we're still in the mail. It's called bridging. Really, what it is someone gets a hold of your IP address and they manipulate it. I don't know how they do it, but they corrupt your signal and lag you out.
Have you run into this at all, Major?
I was talking with our network guys about this, and there's a lot of things you can do with network manipulation, and that's actually not new at all. That's that's been around on the PC side for a long time. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that regarding Halo 2 or any of the other live games, but I may be wrong. But I'm just saying that's something that's been around for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I hate to bring up cheating types so that those lame cheaters out there don't listen to it and go, "Oh, bridging, that sounds like a good idea."
Oh, yay.
But if we're running into it,
that is considered cheating, and you will be banned.
Real good.
So let's just be clear on that.
Awesome. Isn't there another one, SpelChek, the selective standbying or something like that? Or is that the same thing?
I don't know. I'm not.
Because
I thought standbying was gone, but I think.
Well, I heard of a similar thing. Maybe it is basically the same thing, where they use an application to selectively lag people out and eventually kick them out of the game. It sounds like probably the same thing. It's just a different term. But, a couple things these losers are using out there.
Why can't people just focus on playing the game and having fun? Well, I mean, come on, really.
If you find out, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the goofiest thing ever. What's with these people? I mean, it's crazy. Anyway.
I don't understand it either.
That 50 symbol looks really nice, though, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but not when you cheated the whole way to get there. I don't understand it, man. Anyway.
Maybe
we got a few web resources to cover.
Web resources. Source says. Stupid Windows Media Player.
Oh, those fighting words.
I'm not dishing Microsoft, but this media player's slow. Oh wait,
I'm trying to play a live clip.
All right, okay, now let's try it again.
Is it not working?
No, I got it.
Maybe you need a hardware upgrade.
Well, one, I'm not using my computer, and two, I had it muted. Let's try it again.
It's about time we got some web resources.
So, here we are.
Yes,
What do you got first?
I got one. It's a site you might have heard of before. Starts with an M, ends with an AsianNelson.com. Thought I'd mention it. I mean, because it's a cool site. I've been there a couple times,
It works, man. I appreciate it. I love you guys. You guys are one of the few podcasts that I have on my iPod. And I'm actually, I'm leaving for Japan next week, and I'm gonna make sure I download this show so I can listen to it again.
Sweet.
Before I go to Japan.
You can
Sweet.
tell all your Japan buddies, Podtacular. Or
I'll have to find out what the Japanese translation of Podtacular is. So
tell them
perhaps
that
there isn't.
Sent you. So.
Okay, I will do that. Anyway, thanks for the shout out on that one.
Yeah.
I think we appreciate that one.
Got a couple more here. We're going to put links to a couple of these that I mentioned specifically in the show notes because the URL is just too long to mention on the air here. But got one of them where on HBO, which is halo.bungie.org, they have a emblem designer, which is a Flash application that'll let you go and change the different colors that you use and actually mess with the different emblems and kind of be able to design it offline and see what some of the cool things are. So if you haven't already put a lot of thought into your emblem, then this would be a good time to be able to do it offline and not deal with the other myriad of distractions that are there online and be able to check it out. So we'll put that in the show notes.
And you can go in there and make a nice little avatar for all your favorite message boards.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You know that?
That's cool.
You save it. Save it. You save it.
And save it. And put it on your hard drive thingy.
Put it on your hard disk or whatever. I got one. It's called BadKittyStudios.com. Haven't ever been there, but according to Sean Anderson, who emailed me 10 times a day, it's a good site considering he does it. So, BadKittyStudios.com.
So yes. You guys are nicer because if somebody emails me 10 times on the site, I purposely don't mention it.
I'll mention it just so they stop. Which apparently isn't working because I keep getting search requests every day for the same things.
See, the psychology behind that is not real solid.
Here's the cool thing about an MP3. You can play it as many times as you like. Just go back to the part you want.
This is true. Well, I got one as well that there is also a strategy planning Flash application that once again we'll put the link to in the show notes. But I went and messed around with this thing, and this thing is it's really cool. Basically, it's a you can select the map with a Flash drop-down list, and you'll be able to zoom in on the map. You can show and hide extras like overshield and where some of the power-ups are, where some of the key like the transporters are, and some of the things like that. You can show and hide weapons. You can actually have the radar zone be a circle around the mouse so that as you go along you can see where you're able to be picked up on radar. Nice. All kinds of different things like that. And of course you can mark it up with these different colored pens that they have kind of built in. And it's a really cool way to be able to work out strategies with your team if you're able to all kind of see it somehow. There's a couple different ways to do it.
Now, where's this at? I don't care how long the file name is. I got to know what it is now. Tell me.
Oh man, I don't even have it on here because I figured we'd just put it in the show notes, but it's a long one.
I'm on that one, SpelChek. I want to see that now.
Yeah.
No. I don't have it right now, but I will get it to you guys as soon as possible.
I might Google it.
I'm Googling it too. I'm not coming up with anything.
Map strategy.
It's telling me how to upgrade my PSP. That's the wrong search results.
Oh, darn it.
I know I have it, guys, and I will definitely get it to you. I am apologizing profusely that I don't have it now, but I will definitely get it.
Well,
It's
you guys
very
are
cool.
talking. I'll keep searching for it.
Soviet.
Oh,
Let us
man,
know if you find it.
I got all excited about that. I was like, oh. Anyway.
I'll get it for you. You know what? You know where you can find it, come to think of it?
Where?
Is you can go to HBO, halo.bungie.org, and go to, there's a section there for tools, I think it is. I'm going right off memory here, but it's on the left side. There's something for, I think it's tools.
I'm going to go with miscellaneous. Because there's no tools.
There is no tools? Darn.
Darn, you're wrong.
Shucks.
It hardly happens, but you were wrong.
I'm never wrong, dude. Just mispronunciated it.
Okay.
No, it's over there somewhere anyway. It is there is a link to it on HBO. It's the same place where you can find Carnage stats and all that good stuff with the different stat tracking tools and the different tools to be able to analyze stats, deal with maps, all kinds of stuff. The same place, in fact, where you can find a link to the Emblem Designer Flash application.
Sweet.
So it's on there. Take a look. Another thing I have real quick is there is a Firefox toolbar for, if you guys use the Firefox web browser.
I do.
There is cool, so do I. There is a toolbar that will go underneath, kind of like an Internet Explorer toolbar. In fact, they do have Internet Explorer toolbar as well. What it is it just kind of, it has like the different main Halo 2 news sites listed at the top there, and you can kind of drop down and go look at the different news items, go to them. You can do a search on Halo-specific sites about specific things. You can look up people's gamertag stats right away, clan stats, all kinds of great stuff from one toolbar. So if you use the web a lot in relation to Halo 2, this would be really beneficial for you to check out. We'll put a link in the show notes.
Hey. And I got one more. Can you say the coolest Machinima show ever has a new episode already?
Which one's that?
Red vs. Blue.
Uh-huh.
I love that show. I love it. I love it. Major, are you into these shows at all? Have you ever seen Red vs. Blue?
Oh yeah. In fact, I was watching them. I remember when I was watching them when they were still black and white. No, I actually watched those quite some time ago. In fact, when I was I did an appearance at the Penny Arcade locally, the Penny Arcade Expo, a few weeks ago, and I picked up all 3 discs. So I'm going to watch those on the way over to Japan. So just to catch up, because I've fallen behind because I've been a little busy lately.
First season,
awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, well, it's first season always is, isn't it?
Totally.
Amazing.
How amazing is this, SpelChek?
Especially when Church got killed. Amazing.
Right. Amazing.
Especially, I was going to do a quote here. So, this is Caboose, by the way. So, a sidewinder, the ice planet, how was it? The planet made entirely of ice! It's really effing cold! Sorry, it's just personal favorite.
Alright, we'll forgive you this time.
Okay. Couldn't do Sarge, couldn't do Caboose, couldn't do Church.
Well, me and my web geekiness, I got another Firefox thing for you. There is a Firefox Grease Monkey script, and this is like double web geekiness because you have to download Firefox, you have to install Grease Monkey, which is a strange name for an extension for Firefox that allows you to inject JavaScript into different pages to make them do what you want. And there is a script for Grease Monkey that allows you to linkify text on Halo sites. So what that does is, as you run across text that relates to Halo, the script will pick it up, put a link to HaloWiki.net, the page that talks about that specific thing. For instance, just the other day I ran into this one term called carny hole, and I was like, what is that?
Oh yeah. That's a Frankie term. I've heard him use that a lot of times.
Oh really? I guess this is actually named after a real person. At first I thought it was like Carnage, but yeah, this guy's last name is Carney.
Actually, now it's interesting because I'm over at the Halo Wiki right now, and I want to look up the carny hole because the carny hole is actually a term from carnivals. It's an older term when carnivals used to go around the country, and it was like a place you'd lose all your money. I think you try to get like like one of the you try to throw a ball in through a hole, and there's no way the ball could ever go through that hole, so they called it a carny hole because it wasn't really working.
Slayer.
Well,
Cool, so someone will have to add that to the wiki there.
that's carny hole.
Anyway, hey Major, I found that flash thing.
You did? Where is it?
Hold on, is like.
You gonna shoot it to me?
I'll shoot it over real fast. Stay on.
Dude, because I'm like totally down the rabbit hole over here. I'm totally in the wrong direction.
I found it on HBO. Imagine that.
I was playing around with the emblem maker over there because I always see these guys with these things that look like penises. So I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Well, somehow with the emblem maker probably.
Flag.
Yeah, exactly.
It even makes cool sound effects.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had my sound turned off. Cool.
Yep. No, like, come on. You guys aren't gonna hear this. Wait, I can make it. I can let you hear it. Okay, here you see it fast. Like.
Oddball. Juggernaut. King of the Hill. Assault.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
You know, I tried out for that gig and I didn't get it.
Oh man.
Oddball. Juggernaut. King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Territories.
Territories.
Very good. Well, maybe the next version. Who knows?
Anyway.
Still waiting for the cool on that. But only just a couple other things here. We got also got a new Xbox podcast called Grizzled Gamers. We'll put the link on the show notes for that as well.
Competitors.
It's an Xbox podcast, not a Halo 2 specific podcast. So.
Wow.
Otherwise,
That's cool.
I wouldn't have mentioned him. So anyway. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Alright, so we are done with web resources and ready to jump over to general tips.
General tips. Oh, I don't have my intro over here. Oh, no intro for tips today. Sorry.
Dude, SpelChek dropping the ball again.
Hey, it's not my fault. My computer's crap.
You're
Dude,
fired.
you're right. This Flash app rocks.
I know.
Isn't that awesome?
This is cool.
The only thing is there's no eraser and there's no like clear screen thing, so you have to refresh it to get rid of any of your writing. But it's still, especially the range, how you can tell where you're going to be in, on radar and stuff. I thought that was really awesome to be able to like plan a sneak in.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely cool.
But I guess you just have to print it off later because I guess there's not really any way to share it really. So.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't work to print it off, you can always do a print screen and then print that.
Oh, I like the proximity thing. It's a good feature.
So anyway, I guess I'm going to talk some general tips while you guys are checking that out.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that is nice. Ooh.
Alright, I'm on my own here.
I can hear it say oddball in the background, like, oddball. I'm like, aha.
Well, I got some tips from, I'll just do one. You guys can join in if you want.
Alright. Maybe later.
Well,
I'm a little busy.
Alright, yeah. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of tips from Not So Common Sense from Overswarm, his strategy guide that he posted on halo.bungie.org.
Sweet.
You can find this, by the way, by going to that website. At the top right, there is a link for Not So Common Sense, and you can check that out. There's a huge strategy guide on there that Overswarm has spent a lot of time on. He also has related videos that will show you how to do stuff. Very cool thing to check out, and will really bring your gameplay level up a lot. So a couple of tips from that. He mentions that, and he didn't email these in, by the way. I just snagged them off there, but hope he doesn't mind. He mentions to bounce a grenade above a doorway to blow up the person behind you. Like, for instance, if you're running out one of the side doors from the top level towards one of the sides on Ivory Tower, and you're running through that doorway there, just bounce, especially if you have a plasma grenade, bounce that right off the top of the doorway. The bounce will slow down the momentum. It'll land right behind you. The guy will be running up, and boom, it'll blow up right in front of him.
Hey. So yeah, I got some. This is a guy gave me a shotgun guide, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a really long thing. I wish I didn't do it. I'm like, oh, that is good. That's a good thing to read.
Yeah, it was definitely cool.
So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna mention this stuff. Actually, it's kind of a lot, so I think I'll run through it pretty quickly about what it is. Pretty much there's like the lunge, like the sword lunge. And that's what he says. Most people I talk to sound like they're done for as the sword lunges. Not true. An easily timed shotgun blast will blow the sword idiot back to whatever hole he came from. And this is true. If you're paying attention, if you're paying attention, you can get that sword guy before he gets you. Like all you need to do is pay attention to that telltale acceleration. That means you pull the trigger, they'll die in midair, and there's nothing they can do about it.
So they lunge, you shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, you want to finish those ones off?
Yeah, I will. Part 2, keeping your distance. We all know that a sword doesn't use projectiles, so my shotgun friend, use that to your advantage. Back away from a sword user when he's pumping him full of lead. If all goes well, you'll kill him before he can even lunge. It may take a while, but it sure beats going toe-to-toe with a sword guy. And if that doesn't work, then you use the when he lunges at you, shoot him like that, you know?
Yeah.
Number 3. No glow stick.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. Being a human wielding a shotgun, you can run through the shadows unseen quite easily. Neither the armor nor the weapon glows. As a sword glows, so does a saying. I don't know what that word is. Saying heli. What's that mean? Does anyone know what that means?
I don't know. I wasn't following along.
Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. A saying heli. That's what it says in the booklet. You know, with all the if you get the booklet, you know, it says like the names of all the covenant names of the elites.
Yeah.
Nerdy
What
stuff.
the hell are you talking about, man?
Did you not get the nice one, the metal package?
No, I didn't get the metal package.
Oh.
I'm a loser.
And the metal package, it might have been, but it had like a booklet, and it said like the covenant technical names for everything, and an elite was called the Sangheli.
Uh-huh. You could have just skipped the whole thing and said elite, but that's okay.
It took me a second to remember that. That and I had my little brother tell me. So, hide from the sword. Hide from the sword guy and kill him with a well-placed back hit, or just get right next to him and blow him away. Either way, a human shotgun is really the best for close range, and trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
And one more, part 4. It's the last part.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Every time I do that, I feel like I'm Solid Snake. Metal Gear! Now, I have
Does
covered...
Solid Snake say that? Metal Gear.
Yeah, he does. In like every
Yes?
single game. And that Metal Gear. My brother was just playing Metal Gear Substance for Xbox.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I stand corrected.
Yeah. Now, I have covered how to kill a sword user pretty well. What about the other shotties? And the answer is, all you can do is gauge your enemy.
No pun intended.
Oh, I get it now. I'm slow. If he seems like he'll choose long range over close range, then all you can do is pull the trigger first and close the distance in a hurry. If he backs away, duck, zigzag, and do anything to avoid his shots while pulling off yours. If he looks like he wants to go toe-to-toe, then either choose to back away while firing, or wait about half a second after the reticle turns red. Not as soon as it does, because he won't die.
So getting close, that's the thing with the shotgun is being able to go while you're getting shot, keep running without shooting. Mm-hmm. That's hard to do for me, but until you get in close enough where you can just hit them at point blank.
It's hard to knock alive. So,
Major, you want to cover a couple of these?
Where are we? I'm sorry, I was falling asleep over here.
He was too busy in Flash Mapland.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Slayer.
What's going on here?
We're pretty much towards the top because on my notes he jumped up a ways. So yeah, I'm on number 2.
Oh, you know what? You know what's funny is you guys send me all of this, and I swear to God, I didn't even go past. You sent me the show notes. I only stayed on the first 2 screens. I didn't realize there was 20 pages. Oh my God!
Like I said, I have more information than I will cover in the show.
Holy
on purpose.
Cow.
I've got like a notebook with like 10 pages of stuff on there. So
you guys keep going with it. I'm gonna kind of stay over here in the corner and play with this Flash app if you don't mind.
It's not even a game. You're just like looking.
That's
click,
cool.
Click, ooh, click.
Let us know if you find any Easter eggs or anything.
Hold tab. See if you can find any Easter eggs.
Well, I got one here, another one from Overswarmed, talking about after you go through a doorway, another way to use those to your advantage is to jump up right after you go through it and melee someone on the way down. There's 2 reasons this is good. One is because, when they're going through the doorway, their point of view is they're not going to be looking up. And if they don't see you, if you turn a right angle, they're not going to see you jump up. So, as they come through, you're going to be falling down on them. And that's the second thing, is that jumping melees have 75% more damage than a standing melee. So it's going to be more powerful. It may even kill them on the first hit.
Hey, and that's good. So, I don't know.
Response withheld.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got email. I got lots of emails about some tips. I think I'll share some right now. How's that sound?
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me.
I concur.
It may not seem like I don't know. This might have been covered a minute ago, but it may not seem like it's not very smart or useful. But if you have a shotgun, what he likes to do is wait for a red dot to appear on the radar. See what direction it's coming from. Make sure you have your other weapon out. Wait for it to get close, and just keep looking away like you're going to let them assassinate you. Turn around and shoot them.
Awesome.
Anyways,
turning around and shooting is always a good thing.
I really don't know if that's really a tip, but it's kind of funny.
Okay, here's a newbie tip.
I wish I had that thing ready. I don't have it because I'm unprepared today because I'm using a different computer. But
dude, you're fired again.
That's like 5 now.
You get fired every episode, man.
Just about.
Well, Braincake writes in, and he says about the bomb flag indicator, and this is a newbie tip because the thing is, though, is that a lot of players he mentions do not know that this exists.
There's a bomb
flag
indicator?
Played. Yeah, dude. There's an indicator. Yes, everybody knows that exists, but there's a specific thing on there that some people don't know about. He was talking about the small bar that's below the flag or bomb icon when the bomb or flag is not being carried. So, like, if it's stationary, if it's been dropped, something like that, there's a little indicator there that is kind of a time bar that goes down from a full bar down to 0, and as soon as it gets to 0, it returns, to the base.
Handy.
Or to the spawn spot if it's a neutral bomber flag.
Yep,
so,
yep.
So yeah, he was saying he's played with level 30 plus players that didn't even notice that. So.
Really?
I don't know.
Maybe
surprises me, but
maybe he's playing with blind gamers.
Blind gamers. That would be interesting.
Maybe he is playing with blind gamers.
That makes me sound really bad, but it could be true.
I don't think they would be level 30, but hey, maybe I'm just
they're blind
stereotyping
modders.
here.
Those blind people are modders.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to throw you off, but I actually have to run now because I have a meeting I have to go to, so I have to kind of duck out of here quietly.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Is that going to bum you out?
No, man.
Well, that's cool.
We were so glad to have you on the show today, man.
No, you guys, I'm so thrilled. It's just all of a sudden I have to do real work, so I got to run some meetings and take care of some stuff for the Xbox 360 launch.
No problem. Like I was saying, is that anytime you could be on the show is awesome. So we really appreciate it, and hope to have you back on someday.
No, you guys are great. I don't want to stop the showdown. It's because you guys are on a roll here, I think. But I'll let you guys get back to it. But I really appreciate it. Have your folks come over, check my site out, MajorNelson.com. They know how to find me. I got a show over there. I love your show. You guys keep up the great work. I'm so thrilled with the work you guys do. And what is the show number? What'd you say? 7?
Show number 8.
This is 8.
Show number 8. You guys have just done amazing in 8 shows. Keep up the great work. I want to come back again. So whenever you guys will have me, I'd love to come back.
Awesome, Major. Thanks a lot.
All right, I'm going to actually just, I'll bail out now. I'll let you guys go. Pleasure chatting with you. I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. So I got another tip here. This is one that works for me. I play best when I'm mad because I'm more determined not to lose. So if you call that a tip, call it what you will, but if I'm pissed off and I've had a crappy day at work, I come home and I'm like, I'm going to win, damn it.
Stub your toe, then get on live.
There you go. That's a good tip. Just,
tip.
punch yourself in the cheek, Oh, bump your knee in your desk. That's a good way to do it.
Put your controller right by the door you walk in. Oh, my foot.
People are going to sue us, man. They're going to be like, I broke my nose because of you.
Thanks, Podtacular. Thanks to you, I have no leg now.
Yes. Well, we're sorry we shattered your knee, and get well soon.
Get well soon. No. Get well now.
Get well yesterday.
Get off that couch and go get well now.
Make it quick. Okay, so we got a couple more tips here.
Yes.
I got a few vehicle tips real quick that I want to mention.
Okay, go ahead. Glad to hear them.
Once again, Overswarm says
Overswarm
is
the coolest.
Overswarm is the authority
He is
in my mind on Halo 2 gameplay.
The authority.
Authority.
That totally didn't sound as cool as I thought it would.
That's alright. Stick with Sarge, man. You and Sarge.
I'll stick with Sarge. See, there's Sarge now.
Awesome.
Don't
Welcome
worry,
to the show,
I'll
Sarge.
hold his hand. See, now, it's too bad Major had to duck out now.
Well, Major had the announcement, the Team Slayer. He had that voice down real good.
He did. Kudos
Definitely.
to that.
Definitely. He should be in the next iteration of Halo.
Halo 3, Major Nelson stars. The voice.
Halo 3 with Major Nelson. Working title.
Working title.
Okay, vehicle tips, like I was saying a long time ago. Overswarm says, surf vehicles like a Jeep, Ghost, and Banshee to get launched and make jumps easier. And what this term means is, like for instance on the Warthog, getting on top of the hood of the Warthog and standing on there, and you can only go so far with this, especially if you're hitting bumps and stuff, because it'll fall off. But if you're going on a flat area, it's a great way to, like, lunge someone forward, especially if they have the bomb or the flag. And if you hit the brakes, they'll go flying off your vehicle, and they'll go a long distance at a high speed, in the air, and you can just really launch people out that way. And there's a couple of maps where this works really good on.
I'm gonna guess flag is a good one. Because
You mean to throw them on top of the base?
like to throw them anywhere, like by pushing.
Okay.
So.
I'm kind of more talking about like standing on top of the hood, driving real fast, and then hitting the brakes or hitting an object to stop, and then they go flying off the hood, at a pretty good height and at a pretty good speed too.
So pretty much the Warthog equivalent of Banshee bumping, pretty much, or kind of.
Not exactly, because you're not bumping them. They're standing on the hood while you're driving. So they're not actually in the Jeep, but they're on top of the hood. Let me explain. There's some people might have seen this already. This is probably the most common place where this is used on burial mounds. If you go into the cave and come around the right angle turn there, before you go up the cave, have one guy get out and stand on the hood. And the driver has to be real good and real careful with this. But go up the cave, hit that corner, and as soon as you come around that corner, crank it full speed, just floor it, and the guy that's crouching on the hood will go past the flag, hold X, grab the flag at full Warthog speed, and then the Warthog will hit the wall where the turret is. He'll go flying off, and he'll get almost all the way to the ribs, and to where his team might be killed that's in the Warthog, but he's so far ahead that unless they're sniping, they can't take him out. And even if they do, it's going to be hard to defend where the flag drops.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
I got one. If you're getting bored with the Warthog, look about 90 degrees right, and when he boards you, you'll be able to melee as soon as you get out for an instant kill. So that's nice.
Way cool.
It's nice.
Definitely.
Totally stole that from the Showmans.
This is good. Another one is talking about power sliding, and this is a really cool technique. Watching some of Overstorm's videos, to be able to power slide and do a 180 real quick. It's great for if you're driving on like to where your driver's side is facing the base and you're driving alongside of it, and you need to flip around so somebody needs to jump in the passenger seat. The way to do that properly is that you turn first, then hit the e-brake, and then let go of the e-brake before you stop turning. So that way you'll be at a complete stop and you'll be 180 degrees turned around. Practice it a little bit, know when to hit the e-brake, but don't just crank it as soon as you start turning. Start turning first, then hit the e-brake, let go of it before you stop turning, and you'll get it in there.
Cool.
All right. Well, on to some big team tips.
Yeah. See, Overswarm says, learn to surf. Surf in U.S. Halo. Anyways, over at Headlong, do a 180 power slide, like you said earlier, and way at the bottom of the flag window with a surfer on the hood, a flag capper, I don't know, flag capture guy, throws it out the window, the hood surfer catches it, driver floors it. Surfer goes through window and around the corner.
Right.
Nice.
The driver is, as he throws it down, the driver, he's looking down at the Jeep. The driver is facing towards the left. There's a guy waiting on the hood. He grabs the flag. Driver floors it straight ahead, doesn't turn, and there's a gigantic window there. And as soon as he hits the wall there, the guy goes flying off at way in the distance. He can go around the corner and, get quite a ways away before they even know where to go. So I saw this demonstrated as a very cool technique.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that video. It was nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got some more big team tips?
Just the ones that you have.
Okay, we're a little don't have a whole lot of big team tips this week, but
send in your
try to
big
get
team
into some
tips.
other stuff.
Send them in.
Definitely. I mean, we got them, but we also want to get into some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Let me just cover one more thing real quick. Talking about on coagulation. Another one with surfing vehicles. If you surf on top of the Warthog hood and someone gets up to the base at coagulation, they can throw you on up over the top wall of the base and into the drop spot if it's done correctly and you're careful with where you stop and everything like that. So if you practice that a little bit, you don't even have to pull up on the side and let someone out and worry about them getting dual wielded while they're jumping out and running for the bomb. So
Nice.
good way for a quick entry there.
Nice.
Also works on waterworks exactly the same way. You can either hit something to do an instant stop or pull the E-brake and send someone flying into the base from the top.
Cool.
Okay, so we got Map of the Week.
Lots and lots of the Map of the Week stuff. And it's all here today, here on Podtacular.
Podtacular.com.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's all over the internet. It's big in Japan. Next
Big
week.
in Japan. Definitely. And we had once again, tons of comments, you guys. We appreciate you guys posting comments, information
We
about
love them.
how to do better on these specific maps that we post on podtacular.com. And if you do want to get on the show in the future, as far as get your tip on the show, we post the Map of the Week beforehand on podtacular.com. You can go over there and you can post in the comments for that Map of the Week your tip for that map. So just make sure to post your gamer tag, and we may mention you in the show.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happened to me once.
And it's happening right now.
Got my tips aired. Oh, look, it's now! Cool.
Congratulations.
Lucky me. All my friends are going to be jealous. My tip got on Podtacular.
You lucky duck. All right, go ahead.
All right, here's my tip. This is from me. And here's what it is. There's a ledge, like on the outside part of Gemini. There's two ledges. There's one on each side, on the far sides.
Right.
And that little ledge, it's just thin enough where you can go stand on it. So if it comes time to where you're doing like a thing where both flags are out, like if you're doing a CTF Classic, to where like the flag must be at home to score, it's perfect because that's a good old hiding spot. And also,
Sweet.
it's a good place to go find someone when they're hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would, might go check that out.
Very cool.
So,
Half Death mentions that during most of the Team Slayer matches he's been in during Team Preview, he's noticed that almost 95% of the time people forget that there are two shotguns on either side of the doors behind the tree. These can be used to counter the sword if the other team has it. And you could also kind of camp by the doors with the shotgun, so if anyone were to come through, you could just easily take them out at close range. That's a really good tip. Sometimes people don't go into those outer areas. In fact, almost every time I play that map, if I run around in those outer areas, I hardly see anybody out there. And, it's definitely worth going out there to grab the shotgun, so.
yeah. Cool. See, we got one from a guy named Quality Jeverage.
And he reminds me that name does not work in Scrabble.
Nope. But his name is Jeff. Combine that with beverage, because he likes that word, and he's a quality person. And of course you get Quality Jeverage, and it does not work in Scrabble. Anyways, the top of the prophet head, the tiara, I don't know what that is either. The top of the prophet head is a really good sniper spot.
Prophet Princess.
You get a good view of the trees surrounding the area, and you get a good view of the ground and stuff too. So it gives you a good cover from other directions, other than the fact that you can go up and get whacked really easy. And on the balcony, which looks over onto the ship, there are 2 long protrusions. You gotta start spelling that. I couldn't do it. From the balcony, one at either side of the teleporter. Looking at the protrusion, you'll see a long purple light running down the center with a slope on either side. If you grab the sword of the shotgun and hide behind these slopes, no one can see from either side, and you pop out and kill them before they even know you're there. So, and he said that he's having problems with the BXB method. So, I don't know. You're probably either pushing too slow, or you're pushing too fast. So
I think he's pushing it too fast because you have to press X after you strike. And myself, maybe it was more useful before the auto update, but myself, I haven't noticed a speed increase on that. But there's also BYB, and that's supposed to be real good as well. Overswarm demonstrates that in one of the videos, in fact, showing how that becomes powerful.
Overswarm does an amazing job. I'm glad we could have him on our show once to talk to him. He's a cool guy.
I'll tell you guys, well, his friends list is full, so I would say for
as
some
is
friends
ours.
request, but yeah, sorry.
hey,
sorry if you're like, I want in your friends list, dump someone off your friends list so I can join in. Dude, come on.
Out there. I'm getting a new account, so I'll have 100 free spots. Actually, 99. Got to get Foo Mo first. So,
thank you.
I'll be getting a new account hopefully this weekend, which actually is probably going to be last weekend, maybe. But
dude, you're confusing me.
No, I mean the 70s. Dun dun dun.
So we have some more tips.
Yes, we have some Podtaculars.
In Gemini here, Clown X1511. I think he's an experimental clown from the future. He says that you can stand on the back wall of the blue teleporter that takes you outside. If you stand on that and then walk into the teleporter backwards, then for some reason you will teleport outside and then back. Because, you're walking in backwards, you're going to come out backwards, and then he doesn't understand it either, but this is because you keep walking backwards through the side of the teleporter. It's a great way to confuse people.
Boy, he did a good job. I'm confused. So
yes,
good job, clown.
Congratulations.
Okay, got one from Midnight 5-Knack, or Snack.
Hey, speaking lead.
He's gonna give us he's gonna post Tacular on our comments for our little site here. If you go to the teleporter that leads to the platforms above the tree, you can crouch behind with people come in and assassinate right as they come through. And it happens all the time. You'll see people just camping up there. Whack. Whack. Go to the post-game lobby. Oh, he had 15 million assassinations. Imagine that.
15 million? Dang, man.
It was one of them unlimited games.
How long were you playing?
Hours. Years. Since Thursday.
Years.
Since Thursday. Of last week. Oh!
SpelChek's gonna take a nap now. He's pretty pooped.
I'm tired. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 2 episodes or so.
Alright, so I'll just finish this off. No.
Okay.
Stealth Zealot writes in, he says, if you're being followed, or if you just want to surprise your enemy, get to one of the 2 teleporters at the top of the map. And when you're there, move behind it, specifically if you're being followed, and bam. Shoot people as soon as they come through the teleporter, especially with a shotgun, of course. If you're not being followed, you can use that as a good sniping spot, though. Of course, this is a common tactic, and be careful if an enemy teleports and shows up right behind you, if you're kind of on the edge of that thing. Also, people throw plasma grenades up there pretty frequently, and it's kind of a well-known area. It's pretty much the only major tactical advantage area, and therefore the only major tactical disadvantage area that there is on the map. So keep that in mind, but it also is really useful, especially for that kind of stuff. Go through, back up, shoot people when they follow you.
Cool. Cool-tacular.
That was definitely cool-tacular.
Got one from an anonymous user. Ooh. Carbine racks up loads of kills because there are lots of huge firefights, and in Team Slayer or Rumble Pit, just rapid fire with headshots into a firefight, and you can steal and get lots of kills. The brute shot works good for this too. If you can get those 2 weapons, keeping the brute shot in reserve for close-up combat, you can dominate.
Very cool. Just a few more here, guys. We have Gemini Ace writes in and talks about during oddball games, either team or regular, run for where the shotgun is and then run out on that pillar and crouch. If you have teammates, get them to defend you and let you know when they're about to die so that you can jump off or at least throw the ball off. Then it'll respawn in the middle of the map where hopefully one of your teammates will be there to get it. So, this is cool. I haven't played an oddball game yet on this map. I'm looking forward to it. But that's definitely a good way to do it, is to where there's nothing that people can do. They can't bounce grenades off a wall behind you. They have to get through your wall of defenses of people in front of you. And, you know, they can't sneak around because there's no access to that except for in the front. So, very cool.
Okay, Spider Ned says, this map is purple. But it's still a good map. But
even though it's purple, it's a good map.
Even though it's purple, I like the 2-second wait for those doors. You know, He said really his tip is just to go by and be sure and know that you're going to wait a second for those doors to open. That's not like you're going to be walking through. So just be prepared really for what could be behind door number 1.
Yeah.
Because really, it's kind of like. You can take the cash prize or take the assassinator in door number 2.
Yeah, those doors are actually a real kind of a tactics point there because
Royal Pain.
Yeah.
The Royal Pain in the Heine.
That's true. I thought you were saying like someone's name or something. Royal Pain says.
Someone's gonna sort of still like go like, I'm gonna sign up with their name, Royal Pain.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. That's awesome name. Oh, it's taken. Dang it. Anyway, so the doors are actually a good object to use, especially since they have movement a little more, makes it a little more interesting, a little more capable of using in different ways. You can use them first of all in the offensive if someone's coming through the doors and you're a long ways away or you got your eye on it waiting for them. You can pound them with brute shot grenades. You can throw plasma or human grenades in there, and you can take people out right when they come through the doors. Another way to use those doors is to wait on the other side for someone to come through the doors towards you. And as soon as they come through, you get the shotgun, just blast them in the chest, and pow, they're out of there.
Pow pow, gone.
Definitely. So guys, there's a lot more at podtacular.com. Because of time constraints, we can't go through all of them. But check it out. Look at the announcement for Map of the Week for Episode 8, Gemini, and check out all the tips. It will definitely help you out. There's some really good ones in here that we wish we could get to all of them, but you know how it is.
Yeah, I really wanted to get to the one that said comment deleted. I was really looking forward to saying that one, but time.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, that's sage advice right there.
It's like this. Well, I think we have time for this one. He says, this post has been removed by the author.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, so if you guys are, ever out there and you're running around on Gemini, just remember that.
Yeah, this post was deleted by the author. Sage advice. Keep that in mind.
I think my brain just grew, man.
I know. Keep that in mind as we move on to our custom games.
And we got a lot of them.
Lots of them. I'm sorry for not having the intros today. It's just I'm using a different computer. So I tried to have.
It's all right.
I tried to grab as many as I could. I just couldn't get to all of them. So, anyways,
No
I
problemo.
had one that I just had to mention, and it's called Harassers, and it's a Juggernaut game. And the best part about this game is the Juggernaut is at a disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, now that's a quality game type.
So he's like the Juggerwimp or something.
The Jugger not gonna win. Anyways,
that was a good
one. It's basically the opposite of Phantom. The Juggernaut has no motion sensor, but he has double damage, overshield and damage resistance. However, everyone else has active camo and motion trackers. So, even though you're not invisible, you can last a little bit longer, but you have no clue where your attackers are. They can sneak up right behind you. You have no motion tracker. In other words, as some wise person has put on Xbox Live, sucks to be you.
That it does.
But you can get points that way. You can't get points when you're not Juggernaut. So.
True.
I got you there.
Okay, well, I got one from, let's see here, The Moon Knight, and this is called Worms Armageddon meets Mangonel.
I love Worms.
And this, it's quite a long name, but you probably can't fit that in the actual custom game name. But this one is talking about, it's all about formations. Basically, it's a CTF game where your team, one team in particular, forms a combat formation and kind of stay in a line, a row, or a box, or anything you want to do as far as a formation. And generally you form a formation around the wraiths to prevent people from stealing it. They have to stay in that combat formation, whichever one they choose. And they're Spartans, and everyone knows that Spartans finish what they start, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Reading it word for word here. Their objective is to march over to the other base and fire a hailstorm at the enemy base.
Sorry.
Brute shots.
That just totally sounded like something you see in a movie. It's like Halo 3. They totally march into the other guy's base.
Their objective: march over to the other base. Fire a hailstorm.
Fire a hailstorm? Oh, they're shooting ice cubes. Oh man, this is cold.
Yeah. Definitely. Shooting ice cubes is a great idea.
You said hailstorm.
If you're out of bullets. Anyway, when they think it's enough hailing, they have to get the flag and come back with it. And he suggests switching the combat formation when marching back because, well, you know, the wraith needs to be protected from the rear. Also, he's talking about formations that let players sit on top of the wraith are also good ones. Just make sure that you don't boost, of course, and conserve your ammo.
You boost.
So that's that game time.
Yeah.
So thanks to the Moon Knight for that one.
Sweet. It was super sweet.
Sweet-tacular.
It was super sweet. All right,
Definitely.
I got another one. It's called POW or Prisoner of War, and I'm gonna say, oh, it's like zombies. And when I say that, it's only more in the sense only that you die, you switch teams, because it's not like, oh, green team can use a sword, red team can use shotguns. No, it's not like that at all. It's pretty much like a back and forth team slayer. If you get killed, you switch to the other guy's team.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's really cool, but like, you know, it goes on the whole honor system of like, oh, you switch to the brown team, I killed you. No. And then you have to get like,
exactly.
Who's so and so? He's the party. Oh crap! He's the party leader. So.
Great.
Wonderful.
Yeah, a lot of these go by the honor system, and that can be frustrating at times.
So. Yeah.
Well, I got another one actually that's similar to that I thought was pretty cool. If I can find it here, jamming through my notes, I have one called Jail. I have a series of these, and they're from, I got them from Ganai.com. It's this guy's blog, GANAI.com, and he has an entry a little while back that just kind of said Halo 2 custom games, and he put up, you know, a bunch of stuff he plays. Well, it turns out, I guess either this was one of the first ones that did this or something, but there was a million comments in that blog entry, and that became like a strange place, but the like definitive place to find Halo 2 custom games. So I got a whole bunch of really cool ones from this. I'm sure a lot of them were from comments that people left, but it's way cool.
Dang.
This one's called Jail, and the basic premise in this is that once you're killing, you got to go on top. Once you're killed, little typo there. You must go on top of the opposing team's base. The top of the base is the jail, and you need one person on each team guarding the jail, unless they're the last person alive in the team. In order to help your teammates escape, you have to betray them by sticking them with a plasma grenade. There's no betrayal penalty. The team that runs out of people because they go to jail loses. It's a Slayer game. It's played on Coagulation, Beaver Creek, Ascension, or Waterworks. Kill limit's 50, primary weapons SMG, a couple other details which we'll put in the show notes. But it looks like an awesome game.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Nice little twist on things.
I got one here. It's called The Never-Ending War, and it's a never-ending war. It's pretty much like SWAT, but it's unlimited. So I played a couple of those games. He mentioned that like he's played one that's gotten up to like the pink team was losing with like 9,000 or something.
Oh my gosh.
If you have 9,000 points and you're losing, here's the deal. Red team had 14,000. I might be getting it backwards, but if you're losing by 5,000 points,
So,
not feeling a comeback.
yeah, really. Now, are they still playing?
No, probably not by now. They probably had to stop for some food or something. You know,
Dude, then what's with the name?
I don't know.
So never-ending war. It's already over.
Well, I've seen a couple different types of this game. Like, there's like marathon,
Yeah.
stuff, and like I was like, oh, well, I've run 25 miles. Can I stop playing the game now? Gotta keep
Yeah,
going.
really.
Oh, it's unlimited. Oh.
Maybe you should make a rule that like you have to invite someone to the party and get them to take your place in order to leave.
Before you can
So-
leave, the pyramid scheme. See, you know.
Don't play it at 3 a.m. because you won't get enough people to replace you. Okay, I got one called, let's see here, one called Dodgeball. And this game must be played on Beaver Creek, specifically because it has even sides, it's asymmetrical, and it's small enough to house the game. The only weapon in the game is a brute shot, and there's no shields, 1 life, and multiple rounds. No one is allowed to cross the creek, and it helps that the game is set to capture the flag, because, everyone spawns on their team's base. This game's a lot of fun because basically you fire the brute shots across the river in the center towards the other team. You're trying to dodge them, and it's not too hard to dodge them because they're slow. But it's just when you get a barrage coming, you gotta worry about that deal. So that does look kind of fun.
Yeah. You got one here from Volkswagen Mafia.
Volkswagen Mafia.
Clever name.
Wow.
But his gamer tag is Volkswagen Mafia, but the I in Mafia is a 1. So if you want to send a friend request,
Hey.
send it over to Volkswagen Moth 1.
Wanna.
But not 1 up. Which I don't
Moth
want.
wanna.
Anyways, this game is called Tremors. Actually, I just got this like 3 minutes ago. So he's gonna be really surprised to hear this, but it's called Tremors. It's over on Coagulation. It's a 1 life game. Only plasma pistols, no grenades, weapons. Ghosts are the primary light vehicle. No heavy weapon, no banshee, and a CTF variant. It's a 2-flag CTF variant, or I think so. It says 2 CTF. I'm gonna go by 2 capture 2 flag or something. Anyways, it's a capture flag variant. If you need more information, just go check out like H2 Customs or something. Anyways, there's 2 people in the blue team. They drive around in ghosts trying to run over the red team. And the red team is only safe on rocks, hills, and caves in the base. So the red team cannot board vehicles or shoot. And the point of the game is to either capture the flag or splatter everyone on the red team. So
Interesting.
because if the whole entire red team is dead, and then they win, and the blue team wins because there's no red team members. Well, actually, I think it's gay like that and makes you actually play the round and go capture it. But it's a play the first 3 rounds. So. But I guess blue team can't go get the flag until the entire team's dead though, because I know it'll make you do it if it's just like that. So just make it the easiest game type, so where I guess it has to be 2 flag then. So it's like that. Anyways, that's a cool game type. Thought I'd mention it.
Yeah. Also got one here called Civil War. This is also from Ganai.com. This is kind of cool, and I'll explain why. The object here is to kill your teammates. And the reason why this is cool is it's harder than it sounds because you don't get the auto lock to click in when you target your team. You don't get the red reticle, so you can't do you can't do auto aim. You can't lunge with the sword. And the person with the lowest score, most negative, wins. It's pretty simple rules, but it's kind of cool because it kind of takes away a key feature that's that helps out in the gameplay.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. So you can probably guess all the rules, Team Slayer.
Kill your teammates.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
Alright. What else we got here?
I got one here. It's called Sword and Shot. And, let me pick up my notes here on it. I guess you can kind of tell what it is. It's gonna be swords and shotguns. But it's like, anyone who super bounces, it's gonna be useless, so. Super bouncers, stinks to be you. But what this game type is, it's played at places like Lockout and Ivory Tower, and all those good close range places. And what you'll do is there's no weapons on the map, and everyone starts with the short sword and shotgun. It's just like a regular Slayer game. So. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here. I got one called Risk/Diplomacy. This looks kind of cool.
Red vs. Blue Wars, or I think we mentioned this last week.
It's actually no, it's not much of a novelty game. This one, that is very cool. The Red vs. Blue Wars, though, you guys. If you haven't listened to the last episode, check it out. I believe it's geocities.com/Red vs. Blue Wars or something like that. I may get that URL wrong. I'm just going from memory on that. But check out the show notes actually from the last episode. You'll see. But this one's called Risk Diplomacy, and it's pretty much territories with 8 territories. It's played on Lockout, Coagulation, Zanzibar, Waterworks, Ascension, Headlong, or Burial Mounds. A lot of different maps can use this. It's an intense and insane variant of territories, and the capture time is 15 seconds, contest time is 15 seconds. So it looks pretty awesome. Every vehicle except Scorpion tanks or Wraiths, human weapons only, and get in there with 12 to 16 people and just go crazy trying to get 8 territories.
Cool, sweet. I'm ready to play it.
Right on. Well, you got any more?
Yeah, I got one more. Let me put it up here fast. It's
Me too.
Oh, I think we mentioned it already. It's called Fight Club, but I think we might have mentioned it before. But I'll mention it again anyways.
Okay.
It's a King of the Hill game, and pretty much there's no shield, is damage resistant. So, and then you make the weapons only. Weapons are only plasma pistol. So even if you shoot, it's not gonna make a difference. You have to still beat them down. And it's pretty much, and it's like the 2 guys they'll fight, or 2 or 3 guys, even more. How many people you want to fight? They'll fight in the little
Where he's fighting in the hill.
In the hill, yeah. And it's like a regular King of the Hill game, pretty much.
It's also called Brass Knuckles on Ganai.com because it's all about the melees.
Yeah.
So
you can get your beatdown medals higher. Get the
that looks pretty cool. I can imagine it. If you get too many people in there, it get pretty crazy. But that looks definitely like a fun game time. And I got one more called JFK, also from Ganai.com here. This one is there's 2 teams: red, who are the snipers, and blue, who are the Secret Service. It's a single bomb assault game played on Coagulation, and whoever has the bomb is JFK. He has to stay in the passenger seat of the Hog. Everyone else is Secret Service and must stay with the Hog and defend him. Whoever is driving the Hog must go as slow as possible. Sniping weapons on the level, no grenades, and everyone starts with just magnums. And time limit is 5 minutes. Snipers can leave the base and to get more ammo, but can only snipe from the top of or within the base. Snipers win if they kill JFK, and the Secret Service wins if the timer runs out.
Oh, that's so sad. You can kill JFK.
It's sad. Yeah, it's pretty creative, I thought. So, thought that was a good addition to the library.
Yep. And I still have our segments and stuff. So, the show's not over yet. Yeah.
Definitely not.
So here's how you can be a part of our show.
Say what? I came back to life for this.
Be a part of the show. Email your own segments to podtacular@gmail.com.
Oh, there's one over here. Oh, roadkill.
Don't forget to call our listener voicemail, 206-888-HALO.
Hey guys, Can't Touch a 73 here. Myself and Mr. Naked X came up with a game type the other day called Tag. I know what you're thinking, oh, this isn't new, this is old. We played on Coagulation all the time with warthogs and ghosts and stuff. Well, you're wrong, Mr. Know-It-All. Yeah, you're wrong. This is actually played on Lockout with Team Slayer. Friendly fire's off. Plasma pistol is primary. Magnum is secondary. There's only one team. It's usually a red team, doesn't matter. One team, everyone gets on that team. Person that's it always has to have their plasma pistol out so everyone can tell who's it, and everyone else needs to have their Magnum out. Everyone else then basically runs away from the guy that's it, and if you get tagged, which is basically getting meleeed by the plasma pistol, you have to look at the ground or count at 5 and then chase anybody you want. The point for the one team is basically so you can't, first of all, you can't kill them, which is really annoying, and second of all, so you can't just hide and then make a hide-and-seek game, basically, so because you can see the icon that's floating above everyone's head. If you fall off the edge, though, because some people just jump off when they're getting tagged, or they're about to get tagged, so they don't have to be it. If you jump off the edge, then you have to, when you respawn, you have to tell everyone that you're it, and you have to count 5, and then everyone knows that you're it, and because you jumped off the edge. And however, if you are it, and you jump off the edge, after you respawn, you have to count to 10, or 5, whatever, it's a kind of mutual thing. Because if not, then you spawn right next to everyone else because of the team. So basically it prevents everyone from just respawning and tagging someone right when they respawn. It's a pretty fun game. You have to play with people that won't just kind of screw around and just switch to the other team and then switch back and end the game. I usually play lockout with probably like 8, 10 people as max, not 16 or 14 or anything like that. Alright, have fun, guys. I'll talk to you on Xbox Live. Goodbye and Godspeed.
Hi, I'm Almighty Nick. That's my gamertag on Xbox Live. And I've got a few tips for snipers. 1. Make sure to have a gun with a scope if you're not good with anything else. 2. Make sure you have a pretty good level of look sensitivity, but don't go too high or too low. I've got mine at 10, and I can snipe pretty well with it, but it's like your choice. But if you want to get all the way up to 10, don't just go straight to 10. Work your way up little by little. I had mine on 7 for about 3 or 4, since I've started playing the game, and I just moved it up to 10. So it takes a while to get used to that, and then you can go faster. It helps you a lot so you can keep up with people that are moving that fast. Also, be sure to have people help you and get your back, so that if somebody's trying to, you can have a little bit of warning first, or they can just take the guy out altogether, and so you can focus directly on sniping. But if nobody will do that for you and help you out, then you should probably just keep some plasma grenades and really strong short range weapon like shotgun near you at all times. If you run out of sniper ammo, I would probably just hurl a few grenades, go try to find some more, and if you can't, just grab a battle rifle or something like that, and then you can do the 4-shot trick thing that you heard Foo Mo Jive talking about. Let's see, what else should I say? You can also help other people from getting killed when you snipe, of course. If you support everybody and try as hard as you can to keep them from getting killed, it'll make it a lot easier to win matches. And even if you can just take their shields down with a shot, even though it's not a headshot, you can still help people get matches, because they'll hear your shot and maybe look behind you, and then they can just take them out with dual SMGs or whatever gun they have. And on that note of helping out other people, I mean, if you want to help out other people, they'll start to help you out, and you'll want to join your party and stuff, and then you can work together really well, and you'll have a well oriented team, and they'll listen to directions and stuff really well if you help them out, because then they help you out, kind of like karma, I guess. That's almost all the tips that I have for sniping right now. So you can mix that in with your own strategies, guys, and hopefully it'll make some of you better snipers, because sniper's an awesome weapon. Talk to you later.
Well, let's just do these voicemails and let's get out of here.
You've reached the Podtacular voicemail. Please leave any or at the door.
Hey, I hear you guys. This is 11991. You guys are apparently doing a Predator game. Now that's odd, because now I was about to write an email to send in that game type, but earlier today I had just played a Predator marathon. Apparently we had done every map with Predator, and it was a lot of fun. And I wonder if you guys play the overshield or the no shield type. But if you do, maybe let's get another marathon going sometime. That'd be fun. Podcast. Podcast Predator Marathon. So, see you guys online. Frag on.
Hey, you guys, this is me, Race Dude, to talk about a game called Bloody Massacre. It's a really fun game. It was developed by Buckdog. And before I go any further, I just want to say hey to all my friends. But anyway, it's a game called Bloody Massacre. It's sort of a pointless game, but it's pretty fun. What you do is there's one round. The score to win the round is about a 25. And what you do is you have no shields, and you have unlimited lives per round. But every time you die, you lose a kill, which is pretty fun. So basically, you're going around, you're killing everybody, and you can have warthogs and Gauss warthogs, and you can also get your starting weapon is an energy sword and a sniper rifle, and all the weapons on the map are breach shots. So basically, you're going around, you're killing everybody, but every time you die, you get killed, and you lose a life. So I just wanted to say, hey, maybe hope that you guys can get this on the show. So see ya later. And this is Kyle, or AKA Race Dude.
How you doing, fellas? This is JVB again. I heard you guys wanted an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression of a grunt, so I'll try my best. Here it goes. Look out! The demon's coming! Get out of here! Get to the Banshee! Run! Also, I asked for a clan request, but I haven't heard anything. But thanks a lot, guys. If you want anything else, let me know. JVB out. Bye.
Hey, Texas Bob, and I know you guys are sick of me, but I just got one more game type I have to share with the world. We call it Survive, or Glorg, and it's basically zombies, except all the weapons are map default, but there's no respawn on them. So if you trade for your shotgun, you eventually run out of ammo and get eaten by the zombies. There's also warthogs, and it's best played on coagulation with like 16 people. And it's amazing how fast people get killed in warthogs with the zombies with swords. So, yeah. Alright, bye.
Hello, my gamer tag is Feel the Thunder, and I got a couple of tips. I noticed that when you're invisible, if you throw a bunch of grenades or shoot a bunch of rockets in a corner, and you go hide in that black stuff you all make, then you'll be more invisible than how you already are. And just use basic things like just play with people you know, because that really helps in matchmaking, because you know everyone's style, and it's really hard to play with strangers. And use plasma grenades, blast cores, or whatever you call those things, and just don't be stupid. Thanks, bye.
Hello, Foo. This is the Dark Radish. I'm out on the campaign trail, kissing hands, shaking babies, that sort of stuff. And you know what? I really like those Halo 2 players. There's some people out there who says that Halo 2 is nothing but a murder simulator, but I have to tell you, if it's a murder simulator, it's a damn good one, because, hell, if the aliens come down, I don't want anybody standing beside me who hasn't played Halo 2. Besides, video games don't make you violent. I've been playing games all my life, especially all the really violent and gory ones, and let me tell you, video games don't make you violent, and if you disagree with me, I'll fucking kill you. And you know what? That's why I'm out here on the campaign trails, because I need your vote in 2008 for President of Rocking Your Ass. VGRemix.libsyn.com. Peace.
That was Dark Radish from Video Game Remix, actually the Remix Torn podcast over at VGRemix.libsyn.com, as he said there. I want to send shout-outs to Ripped Karma, Volkswagen Mafia, Sean Anderson, Rogue Killer. Big thanks to everyone who makes the show happen. Gaysar, otherwise known as .com. fooluaintblack, otherwise known as FUAB. Can't Touch a 73, Mason C2K, Akiri and Joe, who are offline tip testers. Xbox Live tip tester, can't remember his name right now. And Major Nelson for coming on the show today. We had some errors from recordings, that's why I'm doing this again. If you have any tips, just game type strategies, web resources, they'll go over to podtacular.com, post them on our website, or send them to podtacular@gmail.com, and be sure to give us your gamer tag so we can put it on the show. Call-in segments, tips, and custom games to 206-888-HALO. That's 206-888-4256. Or even better, if you have a microphone, send us an MP3 over to podtacular.com, post a comment, a link to it, or email it to us, podtacular@gmail.com. Word to the mommies.